All right, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Money Making Monday. Happy Money Making Monday. Y'all forgive me for how I'm looking, but I just came back from my medical appointment. So, hey, it was a rush. I had to hurry up and get here to get to you guys. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and get started in a second. So we're going to go ahead and get started here in a second. Just want to make sure that, everyone has a chance to get on. I know I started a little late. Sorry about that. Again, hey, just getting from my appointment. So we'll get ready to get started here in a second. Um, what is going on? Oh, this is doing the oh, no. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's get to it. See if I could do this. So forgive all the noise. I got my dog here, my little one here, which she's doing really good. It's just my dog that's making so much noise. But anyway, so let's get to it. Cut this down a bit so that way it's not so loud. So I don't feel like I'm yelling. All right, so we know why we're here. We're here for the Forex live market analysis. Appreciate every single person that's coming on live and watching the replay. As you all come on, do me a favor. Number one, put your city, put your state, put your country if you want to rep your country. Put those in the chat, and then also hit the subscribe button if you have not done that yet, because this is one of your best ways to support this YouTube channel for me to continue to provide you guys with free insights, free market analysis in the forex market anyway, and also in the cryptocurrency market. Plus, if you have not, if you don't know when I'm live, if you're not part of the Prosperity Cause community, like you're not on my email list, guess what? Press that notification bell so that way you know when I'm live and you can jump on, okay? Or just watch the replay. I know people are busy. Folks have stuff going on right now. So, nonetheless, I want to make sure y'all are good. So, press that notification bell as well. And y'all share. I cannot stress that enough. There are a lot of people out here, like myself, when I started out, that wanted information. We wanted to see what was out there for free before we paid. So if this is a way to help someone who's curious about trading, someone who just started, but they're not seeing any success, and they're like, I don't know what's going on with me right now. Like, why am I not getting the money? I'm not seeing consistent profit every single week. Then show them this. Share this live stream with them. Share the replay if you're watching the replay. Share this with them so that way they can see if I'm their cup of tea. Okay, if I'm not, it's all good. It's no big deal. All right. So that is some of the housekeeping rules. We're going to go into this disclaimer to make sure everyone is well aware of what can happen when we trade and invest in these different markets. Okay, so trading and investing in any market can contain substantial risk and is not suited for every individual. Every trader and investor learns and performs differently, thus the results will not all be the same. There is a potential for a trader and investor to lose all or more than their initial investment due to numerous factors. Therefore, it is suggested that each trader and investor only invest money that can be lost without jeopardizing their financial security and or lifestyle. Remember, y'all, I am not a financial advisor, nor am I a licensed trader. I do not work with or for the CFTC here in the United States. I do not work for any government agencies. I am not part of a network marketing company, okay? Prosperity Cause is me, 100% me, okay? I do this because I want to make sure I'm doing my part in giving people information, just like some information was given to me for free. And also, of course, I paid for it. So keep in mind, I am only sharing information for educational purposes for you, the viewer, to go out and do your own research. I love for people to fact check me. It is perfectly fine because, like I always say, I am not the end all be all when it comes to trading or investing. Okay, we all learn different, we all perform different, we all execute different. We all research different. Every single one of us is different. Okay. All traders and investors that utilize strategies discussed on this channel, services, and products shown on this channel will do so at their own risk. Remember, y'all, past profits do not guarantee future results. Okay. So let's get to it. Last week results when it comes to what we analyzed. Now I'm gonna have to look at this because I can't remember if Bitcoin went down first or was that up. Because sometimes the slides, the arrows change when I upload the slides to StreamYard. So I'm gonna probably have to look at it. But nonetheless, we had a 3-0 week last week. So that's the good part. Okay, go hit all of our hit. Did it hit all of our profit areas? Go hit profit areas. USD JPY did it, and Bitcoin did as well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you guys the charts. Okay, show y'all the charts so that way you guys can see it. So it's not me just you see for yourself what we marked up last week, and then also this is in the way. Where do you want him to go? You want him to go out of the way? He's not gonna go out of the way in the ladybug. Let's see if we can get him moved. 1 second, y'all. Hey, these are these. Go over there, please. Go. Okay. Now get your spot. All right. So hopefully you guys can see my chart. I told you I'm sorry about all the noise. I got the dog here, the little one here too. They both want to be in here with me. So what can you do? Okay, so I'm showing you guys Bitcoin. I'm actually in a Bitcoin trade right now for a sale. I've already moved my stop loss into profit, so I'm up. When I last looked at it before coming on here, I was up 500 pips. So it all depends on the person, but this is, let me make this a little here. Okay, so when I saw it the first day, Bitcoin had went down into a sale. So that's more than likely what I had on here because I went from Sunday to Friday because the market opens up on Sundays on FOREX. So let me look for Sunday. Oh, this is this week. No, this is last week. 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to find 1,600. Okay, so that's a sale. So this is where it closed at, and then so it went down. Oh, I'm tripping. I did this, and I probably did it from the break and close area. Okay, so yeah, so it did do the sale first, right, from here to here. This was our break and close area. I will say this: I'm gonna stop putting break, close, and retest for Bitcoin because something I have noticed. It just took me a minute to like get myself back together when it comes to trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a tendency to not really do the retest. It does it every once in a while, but a lot of times when it goes, it just goes. Okay. So you can catch a retest, but it's not going to be as often as going straight in. What I will tell you guys though is this: if you go straight when it breaks and close below an area that identified or break and close above an area identified, that is considered taking an aggressive position. Okay. I really need y'all to just follow me for a second before I move on. If you go straight in, like in this case, it closed below here. So you enter as soon as this candle closes, right? It closed below here. So that means you would have entered here. That's an aggressive position because there is a possibility, which is not 100%, but there's a possibility for price to pull back up and then just go straight into a buy. Okay, in this case. But what did happen, it did hit our take profit one, and I also said if you do take the trade, this is where you need to make sure you activate the trailing stop loss. Okay, So that way you secure your bag, and whatever happens in the market, it happens. You don't made your money. So let's just say hypothetically you entered here when it closed. That's still 443 pips. So depending on how much your lot size and your account balance is, that could be $4, right? And 55 cents. That could be $45. That could be $450, right? That could be $4,550. It all depends on your account balance. So again, that's 400. That's over 400 pips, y'all. That was earned just in that one move right there. Okay. But then it turned around and went up, and it closed above our area, and it hit our second take profit. Okay, for the buy. All right. So again, if you were to take the aggressive approach, and that means this one closed above it, again, activating your trailing stop loss, which is what you should do. From that point to that one is 600 pips, y'all. From the close above area, that's another 1,200 pips, so almost 1,300 pips. So it all depends on you as an individual, what it is that you're gonna do. So again, if you're looking for a break and close and a retest, then yeah, you may have missed both of these. So you would have missed this one because it did come down, but the retest, it didn't come back down after the retest. Okay. And then even with the buy, it came up. It didn't close above anywhere over here. It only closed above here, and then it just kept going. Okay. So yeah, there's that. Now let's go to gold, which is next. Let's go to gold. Okay, so gold did not sell at all, and I'll talk about this in a little bit. But with everything that happened last week, I'm actually pleasantly surprised that gold just minded its business last week. Like with everything that was happening in the markets, like in the crypto markets and the stock markets last week, gold was like, man, I'm over here minding my business. Okay. So it did feel that imbalance that we have. So I am going to be removing this here soon. And it hit each one of our profit areas and also made another all-time high. It actually hit the same area twice. So I'm going to move this up here in a minute because this is a new all-time high from today. Okay. But yeah, so it made a new all-time high last week. And then it just kind of stayed in this area. And then it came up today and made a new all-time high. So yeah, so gold was just minding his business last week. I will say this isn't the best looking buy, however, for my scalpers out there, I know y'all probably was like, shh, it looked good to me on my chart, and that's fine. But on the 1 hour, it's not the best looking buy. Okay. But the opportunity to enter the trade, again, if you didn't catch a retest and you just went the aggressive approach, and you just went straight in, then yeah, you're good. If you were waiting for a retest, you probably didn't get it until price either you saw here or here, one of the two, okay, or even this is Friday, so now, but Friday morning, yeah. So it actually came back down Friday morning. So if you came back down on Friday morning and got it, then that's fine, okay. Now, if you do the break, close, and retest, this is the part that I didn't say. So remember I said if you do just break and close, that's more of an aggressive approach, right? That's your aggressive position into the market. If you do the break, close, and retest, that's more of a conservative position because you're waiting for price to tell you, hey, I'm done with pulling back. I'm ready to come back in. The momentum is picking back up for either this sell or this buy. In this case, for buy. Okay. So conservative, you're looking for break, close, and retest. Aggressive, you're looking for just a break and close, and then you're in the trade. Okay. Now I will say this, y'all, whichever route works for you, run it. There are some people who do not do the retest. Okay. They just want break and close. If break and close, I'm in it because my account balance is this, my stop loss is this, so I can handle it. Okay, there are some people who I only do break, close, and retest. All right, it's totally up to you. All right, so they just go in a nutshell, go hit all of our profit areas and made a new all-time high last week. All right, so last one I'm gonna go over is USD JPY. That's the last one that we marked up last week, and as you can see, sales. Hey, listen, USD JPY was just like, uh, yeah. I took a trade last week for USD JPY for the sale, and I want to say I did gold too last week. So I didn't do Bitcoin last week. I did gold and USD JPY last week, and then of course today I'm in the Bitcoin trade for the sale. Um, so yeah, so this is what we were looking for. The again, it's either break and close for you. That's more conservative. I mean, more aggressive. If you're doing a break, close, and retest, that's more conservative. Okay. So in this case, it just did the break and close, y'all. Okay, and then went straight into the sale. It pulled back up and then did another sale, and it surpassed I take profit for. Okay, there was no buy at all. But y'all know I mark both because I want to be in position. So if the market does go in a different direction and I was able to capitalize on the first position, now I'm able to capitalize on the next position because everything is telling me, that this buy is strong or this sell in this case is strong. Okay. So all three, I just showed you guys all three of the things that we marked up last week, all three of them hit the profit areas. Okay. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Okay. Welcome to everybody that's just joining. Again, if you are just tuning in, make sure that you like the video, hit the thumbs up on YouTube, okay? Thumbs up on YouTube, and then also subscribe to this channel. That's a really great way to help support, right? And lastly, hit that notification bell if you have not already, okay? So let's go to it. So that means February. February, we're at 7 and 2. Here's why I said 7 and 2. Last week I showed you guys S&P 5 SPX 500Y. I considered that a loss. I also went back to GBP USD. That's what I was supposed to show y'all. 1 second. I need to show you guys GBP USD, like what happened when we marked it up. And this was by request. Y'all know I don't trade GBP USD, but this was by request 2 weeks ago, I want to say. So the reason I said I just went on ahead and put it as a lesson. Let's go here. I'm going to show you guys. All of this is new. Okay. So this is from when we did it, February 3rd, right? So this is what we were waiting on. Where is it? So we were waiting on the break and close here or break and close in the buy. So here's what ended up happening. The GBP USD, it did break and close above here. It pulled back and then it started to buy again. So if a person would have entered this, which I wouldn't have because I would have needed to see the green candle close above this area here, right? Nonetheless, if a person did enter, that would have been a lesson, right? Because it went into a sale. Same thing with, where was it? It broke and closed here, and then it came back down again in the sale, and it closed down here. But depending on where your stop loss would have been, you probably would have got stopped out because price came up here. Okay, so if your stop loss was the top of this golden zone, you would have got stopped out. All right, so for me personally, GBP USD, it didn't quite pan out until later on. And it just would have been too late. So it would have been 2 times where you probably would have got knocked out of the trade. So that's the reason why I went on ahead and just said, hey, GBP USD, that was a lesson in the market. Again, if you took it and you made money on it, kudos to you. But again, for me, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna count that as a winner when I saw clear as day that if somebody would have did the break and close, they would have been out. They would have lost the trade. If they would have done a break close retest, they still would have lost the trade, either in the buy or that initial sale. So it is what it is. You can't win them all, right? But at least you can learn from them. So that's why we're 7-2, which is still really good, y'all. That's like a 78% win percentage. I mean, I will say this. I ain't maintaining my 80%, but I'm getting close. So, but still ending in profit is ultimately the best thing. Okay, so let's talk about last week, y'all. I'm about to pull up the charts here in a second, but let's talk about last week. Last week, people were hollering and ticked off because of how price just dropped on Friday. It was Friday. It wasn't before then because the market was moving just fine. They actually had SPS 500 and NAS 100 both created new all-time highs in 2025. So they surpassed the all-time high from 2024 and made new ones for this year, right? But after those all-time highs came Friday, and it was like a bloodbath, y'all. Like, seriously. So we talking about over $900 billion being wiped out of the stock market in just one day. That's massive. So massive. So what I would say is this, y'all. If you took a lesson last week, especially on Friday, don't feel bad. Like, oh my gosh, that shouldn't have happened. It could have happened to anybody. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. So don't beat yourself up if you were one of those people, because again, like I follow different traders in the stock market, traders in the forex market, and there were a lot of people that took some lessons last week on Friday specifically, because that was not anticipated. Okay. So I definitely want to share that with you all, and then also talk about tomorrow outlook. I thought I fixed this, but I guess I didn't fix this. So it doesn't show up like this on StreamYard. But tomorrow's outlook, y'all, we're looking at US dollar. So US is gonna have their consumer confidence. That red folder that you see here. That means if I were you, I know what I'm gonna do. 9 o'clock, I'm not in the trade. If I'm already in profit, I'm moving my stop loss into profit, or I'm just gonna exit out because before 9 o'clock, because I just want to secure my bag. I'm telling y'all, I have outgrown being greedy, because I know what happens when I was greedy. Okay. So I've pretty much gotten to the point where now we're not doing that. There's also an orange folder that's at 8 a.m., which I did not see that until just now. That's the US as well. So between 8 and 9, you have medium impact and high impact. Both of those combined is deadly. So again, I'm not telling you what to do because I'm not a financial advisor and everything, and I'm not trading anyone's accounts. I'm only trading mine. So if I were you, I would stay away during that time. 8 and 9 o'clock, I will be minding my business. Okay, you can still look at the market and you can still have everything marked up, right? But if I were you, I just wouldn't be putting the trade in at 8 or 9 a.m. This is Central Standard Time, y'all. This is the East Coast, okay? Because I'm in Louisiana. Okay, so that would mean 9 a.m. If I were you, stay away, and 10 a.m. for my East Coast people, stay away. So 9 to 10 a.m., don't even bother. Okay, don't attempt to enter a trade if you're not already in one. And if you're already in one, there's two things you can do. You can either just exit out the trade altogether before 8 a.m. I mean before 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, right? You can exit out the trade, secure your profit, and go about your day, or you can move your stop loss into profit. But again, y'all, depending on how the market reacts, some brokers, there may be a bit of slippage, so they may not get you out in time. So again, you know what the risks are, but you're just gonna move accordingly. So either exit out altogether before 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, or move your stop loss into profit, but be aware that there may be a bit of slippage. It just depends on how the market reacts, okay? And how fast your broker can react to exit you out of the trade if it goes in the opposite direction, okay? So those are a couple of things. And then Australian dollar, Australia has their CPI. That's another bit of high impact news. So if you are a person that trades the Australian dollar, make sure that you are away from the market at that time. Okay. So that is the news. News is complete. Let's talk about the biggest movers. So last week, the biggest movers were Uh, of course, Bitcoin is always on here. There's nothing beating Bitcoin as far as movement goes in the forex market slash crypto market. Okay, Bitcoin has the biggest moves, hence why I trade it. But I will say it's also the most volatile. Okay, you can get your head knocked off big time if you're not careful with trading Bitcoin. Okay, but prices did drop over 3,000 pips, and then after that Tuesday afternoon, prices eventually went up. Okay, which is what I just showed you guys. GBP JPY and USD JPY, they were both over 300 pips of movement, like price dropping down. It's just GBP JPY was like 10 extra pips more. Okay, so that's why GBP JPY is on here. Again, when it comes to our major and minor currency pairs. Okay, I'm not talking about exotics, y'all. Major and minor currency pairs in the forex market, USD JPY, GBP JPY, they have been the mainstay every single week when I do these top three movers. It's either one of those two. It has never been anything outside of that. When it comes to major and minor currency pairs, right? So yeah, so that's where we're at with that. And then USD, I say USD, US 30. Y'all know the Dow dropped last week as well. So prices did decrease over 1,200 pips. That is massive for US 30. So I think I didn't show y'all US 30, but we'll go look at it in a second. But I just wanted to make sure y'all know. I just want you to see like how price moves. But I'm still sticking with my four things that I'm looking at for 2025 as of right now. Okay, so those are our biggest movers for last week, and I want to see if USD JPY takes this spot this week, or like NAS 100 takes the spot for US 30, because sometimes NAS 100 out moves US 30. Is not that often, but it does happen, right? I think it was it last week US 30 wasn't out here, and it was NAS 100. I want to say it was last week. So yeah. So all right, it's time. It's time. Let's go share. Oops, that's the wrong button. Wrong button, wrong button. Let's start marking up the screen. Start marking up these charts. I'm trying to share my screen. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go to US 30 real quick so y'all can see it. Hopefully this comes up, or I'm gonna probably have to start it over. There we go. Yay. All right. So like I said, last week, see how US 30 just plummeted on Friday. Where is it at? Boom. So US 30 just plummeted on Friday, just like everything else did. Okay. The only thing was that I didn't mark it up because I wasn't planning on trading it. So yeah. Um, so let's go to I'm gonna do gold real quick, and then we'll do the next thing. All right. So I can remove this before I even go to my other screen. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat, whether you're watching live or the replay. Feel free to drop it in the chat. So y'all see that this imbalance has been filled. So that's the reason why I'm going ahead now and deleting all of this stuff. So that way I don't have to worry about all this extra stuff on my screen when I'm going to update my my week and my day. And this was today. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the week. Remember, for everyone that's just joining, that's new to this channel. So the reason I'm doing what I'm doing right now is because price has a tendency to return to areas that it's been before. It's not a guarantee, okay, but it has a tendency to do that. Whether it pierces it, whether it touches it, whether it closes on it, closes above it, closes below it, it doesn't matter. Price typically has the potential to come back to an area it's been before. Okay, and that's the reason why I marked the high for the previous week and I marked the low for the previous week. So I want to know how high it went. I want to know how low it went. Okay, because again, like I said, price has a tendency to repeat and come back to those areas. So I got my week high, previous week high, previous week low identified. This is what's happening right now. This week, I do the previous week. Next is the previous day. I want to do the same thing. Identify the previous day high and the previous day low. So this is current day. This is today. This was yesterday. Well, Friday, because today Monday. So this is Friday. So now I'm going to change this so that way it's on here. All right. And then I'm going to delete all this stuff because all right, so let's do that and delete that. Let's see. All right, and then got my previous day low here. And now all right, now I got the day done. Now I'm gonna go to the 4 hour and so I have the sale mark, which is staying above this. You okay? You okay? Into the water and you split. Oh, it was right here. You okay now? I think to diesel. Okay, go ahead. You're about to go party, right? Oh. Take your time. Don't run. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Mom life. But anyway, so so let's go. So we have the demand zone for this, but it's not pushing down for the sale. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the buy. This passed by here. I just want to see what it shows me. Let's see. Let's see right there. And this was the high today. So where the previous day low is at, that's the start of our golden zone, 50%, and then 61.8%. You see the cup? Right there. Look in, Daddy washed it. Right there. Look behind the blue bowl. It's the cup behind that little blue bowl. Yes. You see the cup? Yeah, move that out the way. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Yep. Now put that back. It's okay. 1 second, y'all. Hold on. You need to put this back. I got that for you. Oh, thank you. Yes, you are. Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna still do this because I'm looking for see if we have another buy opportunity, like for gold to push down, come into this area, and then push up and regain that buy momentum. Oh, thank you. I thought you were just saying it. So there we go. So like what I'm looking at is price gonna come down here eventually and then push back up, right? And make a new all-time high. That's very possible because it got close over here. So it could do it, but we'll see. It's not a guarantee. Okay. So I'm gonna delete that for now. Oh man, I forgot. Oops. I forgot to do the supply. I mean demand zone. Demand zone is at the bottom. This is supply. Sorry, y'all. Listen, I'm getting my stuff together. So thank you guys for bearing with me. I appreciate it. My brain is like, while I'm doing this. So we have our little one, she's 5 now, and it's attempting to get her to stay in her bed is the challenge. So she wakes us up like last night into this morning, woke me up twice, and then has been up since 6:30. And so it's kind of here. You hold it. Um, so now my brain is just like, and then I had my medical appointment this morning and all that. So it's just, yeah, it's one of those things. I have no idea what this is. I'm about to change this song. I'm about to change this song because I don't know what that is, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All right. So now I got it. Uh-huh. I see it. Okay. Put this off here. All right. And now I'm going to go to 1 hour. All right. And if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat. Okay. I'll look in a second. Okay. This is what we are. This is what we are, Laura. Green candles mean what, Laura? The price is going up. Yep. And red candles mean what? The price is going down. That's right. We're going to work on some more stuff. Now that I know you remember that, we're going to work on some other stuff. Okay, so right now, again, y'all, because it's at an all-time high, it's near the all-time high, I personally would not be considering a buy. If you take a buy, I'm just going to do a text here. If you buy gold this week, use your trailing stop loss, y'all. I personally will not be buying if it stays up in here. It would have to drop down and then create that new bullish candlestick pattern, like the buy momentum has to pick up, then I can look at buying, right? So I'm putting this up here because we're already at that all-time high area, okay? So that's the only way. Now, sale. For a sale, let me see how many pips this is from here to here. I mean, my bad, from here to here. That's 81. That's 179. Yeah. So if anything, here's the thing. The EMA has to stay above the candlesticks. And it can't be like this. Okay. I personally would not do anything until price breaks below here. If I were you, when it comes to gold. And then that way, let's see how many that is from here to here to the previous day low. It's still over 80 pips. So that's good. So now I'm going to do this here. Okay. I'm just gonna do that. I don't know if gold is gonna go all the way down here, y'all. Because we still have that uncertainty with everything, talks about recession and stuff here in the United States. Like it's a whole lot of stuff going on. So I don't want to say it's gonna go right now, because gold has been surprising me and continuing to make all-time highs. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. So this would be our first profit area right here. Oops, sell. And then this is our second one. This is the bottom of that golden zone. This is going to be our next one. Okay, so from this one to the second one, we're looking at another 80, 95 pips roughly. Okay, so I'm gonna see if there's something in between these two because I'm pretty sure that's like a large gap. Um, that looks better right here. Because we have sat here, got close to sitting here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Daddy calling you. Yes. Here I come. Yeah, a lot of resistance. So we could do TP3 here for sale. And then this demand zone. I mean, yeah, demand zone. And then this will be the last one. All right. So like I said, y'all, for the buy, we're not gonna really focus on doing that. Whoa. Okay. So there we go. So I could delete these down here. All right, cool. So now y'all have everything for what's going to happen as far as the buy goes and what could potentially happen for a sale. That's only if gold does sell. So this will be our breaking below area. Again, retesting is for people who are conservative about trading. Breaking close only is for my aggressive position takers. Okay. Aggressive, breaking close only, conservative, break close, retest. Right. Again, when you're trading these things, you'll be able to take note in your trading journals to see how often it retests versus how often it just goes into a straight breaking close. Okay. So now we have gold marked. I'm gonna go do USD JPY and then we'll probably do SPX 500 this week because we did Bitcoin last week. Okay. So let's run it. And as you all are coming on, continue to share, share, share. Hit the thumbs up for those on YouTube. Like, of course, um, for those of you on Facebook. Okay, hit the like or the hearts, whichever one you want to do on Facebook, and then YouTube. Don't forget to knock out the um, hitting that subscribe button, okay, to help continue to support this channel as well as my people who want to be notified of when I'm live. Press that notification bell, okay? Do all those things while I am doing this top-down analysis. All right, I'm deleting all of this so that way I don't have too many lines on my screen while I'm attempting to do the top-down analysis. I don't like that. It throws me off, not kind of, it throws me off big time. Okay, so our week high is down here now. this red candle. Okay, so it's showing us that last week was master selling. Okay, that was the high. And now we're identifying the low for last week. Boom. All right. So now that we have that, we have our high from last week, our low from last week, and this is the current week. So what we could anticipate is price filling some of this, if not all of it. Okay. Then go to the day. So my previous week low is the same as my previous day low. So I need to just take this off of here and lock it. So that way I don't make an accident and move it. There we go. Okay, so day high here, previous day low here. This is the current day. This is what's happening right now. Okay. I'm going to be more than likely identifying imbalances on this time frame because I know that last week there was a whole lot of movement. That was not the 4 hour. I thought I pressed 4 hour. I pressed 3 hour. There we go. So clearly I see an imbalance here. So this would end up possibly being a profit area. But let me find my thing. There we go. So remember with the imbalance, prior to the impulsive move, which is this one, we want to use, in this case, the low. That's going to be the start of it for a sale, right? And then the candle directly following the impulsive move, we want the high of that candle. That's how we identify it. And I'm just going to change the color. And I'm going to put the date in here so I know when this impulsive move happened and how long it take to fill the imbalance. That's why I do that. I want to know around about how long it's taking to fill the imbalance. Stop, please. Stop it. Okay, so this was the 21st. So I'm gonna put the ticks in here. Imbalance for hour. I always identify when I did it too. Right. I said the 21st, not 22nd. Okay. So there we go. So now we know this is where it's at. So we have two imbalances that need to be filled. And then also this is another one too. Okay. So this buy one was filled with this sell. So now we need a sell one to be filled with a buy. Okay. And then there's also one up here, but I'm not going to do multiple right now because I don't want to confuse anybody. Okay. So I'm going to do the sale to see if it does jump back into a sale. I'm going to use my field for that. This is a high, lower high, and then lower low here. So we're going to identify a supply zone, which is right here. I always make when I'm marking stuff like I want to see where it could potentially go back into a sale at. I mark those red. Okay. My boxes are red. My dash lines are red. All of that is red because that tells me I'm looking for a potential sale to occur in this area. Like to start the sale and whatnot. So I'm doing my golden zone. I'm changing this to red. I had to cut that off because I don't know what that was. Okay. So now I have my supply zone here. I have my golden zone, which is the 50% and the 61.8% off of the field, right? 618. And this is where there's typically strong retracement. So if it were to fill this imbalance and come up and surpass, and then we have the candlesticks go above our EMA, right? Well, this is an area where we may see a bit of pushback down. We may see pullback. We may see retracement. We may see that happen, and price could potentially come back down to at least this previous day high. If not, just go back into its massive sale. Okay. But that's only if the sellers can take over and keep the momentum going, right? So now I have this identified. I can remove it. I can remove the field now. So we have an imbalance. We have our golden zone. We have our supply zone. We have our top-down analysis complete. We're good to go to the 1 hour to see where we could potentially look for an entry. And that's only if it's something visible, like immediately. Immediately. Okay, so looking at this, I'm going to see from this imbalance to here how many pips that is. 49, 49, 50-ish. Okay, so if and only if and only if price does remain above the EMA, then you can use this as a take profit one. That's only if the EMA is below these candlesticks. So, or the candlesticks are above the EMA, right? And there is bullish momentum. So, whatever your strategy tells you that, hey, this is what bullish momentum looks like with my strategy, you need to run with that. For me, I use candlestick patterns. So, I need a bullish candlestick pattern to close above here. So, let me do a line here so that way we know that this is what we're doing. We want this to break and close. We want price to break and close above here. Again, break, close, and retest is for conservative traders. Break and close is for my aggressive traders. I had to think before I type. I know me. I'll type something and it's like, that's not what I was thinking. This is the way I live. Okay. And then, of course, we want it to break and close below. Let me see how many pips this is though from here. That's about 38. I know somebody be like, I still take it. Yeah, you're a scalper, and it's okay. The only reason why I won't do that is because that's going to be a bit too close to this EMA, and it could go into consolidation because that's still within that imbalance, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use the bottom of the previous week low as the break close, retest below for sale. I hope that makes sense. It's just a little too close for me. And this EMA, what could end up happening if we look at this as the break and close, it could go flatline like you saw with gold, right? And I don't want that. Okay. So now we can use the top of this as a profit area more than likely. And that's only if it does sell. So yeah, so we're looking at 59, 60 pips. That's a good one. So I'm gonna do this here. Feel I, this is the way I live. It's TP1 for sale. Okay, and then I'm gonna look for something in between here. Hopefully I can find something on a 1 hour. If not, I'll go to the 4 hour real quick. Okay. I'm hurrying y'all. So I could do S&P 500 or SPX 500. And in that way, this isn't too long. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat. Feel free to type it in the chat. 1, 2. That one went through it. And that's this imbalance. Okay. TP2 for sale. All right. And then see if I can find another one before the bottom of this. It's nothing but resistance because this is a big imbalance here. Impulsive move. I wonder if these are the same height. Nope, they're not the same high. There has to be something else in here. Let me see. Oh, that's good though. Okay, I'm using it. I know it's not support. Oh, we might be able to do this here. So 1, 2, a lot. Resistance, support over here. Yeah, okay, that's better. Now I gotta work it, work it, deal. Okay. TP3 for sale, and then oops, and then the bottom of this golden, this bottom of this imbalance. My bad, y'all. Bottom of the imbalance would be our final profit area. And that's going to be 2P4. Okay, I'm going to finish up the buy and then move on to SPX 500. Um, mm, mm. That looks like a big gap for this. Let's see. Yeah, that's almost 70. Oh my God, that's almost 80 pips. No, 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 no. It has to be something closer. Give me a second, y'all. I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying. I don't want nobody to get fired. But we're watching this live stream. So no, that's on the way. Okay, that's better because I have resistance and support. Um, let's see here. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, that looks better. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss Texas, man. Hearing this, I miss Texas. Let me see how many pips it is from there. Here though, yeah, that's 31. That's good for in between the two. All right, so let's run it. Okay, so that's plenty. I ain't gonna keep going throughout it. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1 TP2, not row 4. So we have about 5 areas to look at for potential buy for USD JPY, and then we're gonna knock out SPX 500, and then that'll be it for today. Boom, boom, boom. TP5. All right. So now you can do your screenshot. Let me move this so that way it's fixed. Screenshot, screenshot. Let's get it. I don't know what half this stuff is now. What in the world? Okay. All right, so that's it with USDJPY. Now let's go to SPS 500 and we'll be good to go. Hold now. Mm, 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 mm. All right, so imbalances have been filled, so I can remove all this stuff. Filled. Okay. Let's go. Delete all this stuff. Okay. So week high is the all-time high. So I'm gonna change this to oops, change this to my color. And then I'll delete the other one from here. And then just again, y'all, for those of you that are just jumping on, I am doing what's called a top down analysis. I go to I actually do the month, but since I've already done the month of February, there's no point in me doing it over again. So I do the week and I do the day. So I do the previous week high and I do the previous week low. This is our current week. This is where we're at right now. Right? Yeah. This is where we are right now. This is our previous week. So this is our low, and then our high is up here where this other line is. I color code my stuff to help me to identify what time frame these lines are on. So that way I'm not guessing. So for me, the month is orange. My week is like the North Carolina blue, and then the day is yellow. So that's how I know if it's a day high or a day low or week high, week low, whatever. Oh, okay. So the week low and the day low are the same. And I just need to change the high. And so the reason I'm able to remember that though, like I'm able to remember if I don't see the day, I only look at certain things each week. So I'm only trading 4 things this year as of right now. I look at NAS, but I haven't really traded NAS like that this year. I think I put like 1 or 2 trades in for NAS in 2025. But this year, I'm looking at USD, JPY, SPS 500, gold as always, and Bitcoin, right? As always. So Bitcoin and gold has always been my mainstay for like the past 3 years, for sure. Like most definitely, those two I've been trading for the past 3 years. SPS 500, I just started back trading it this year based off of research of what's supposed to be happening in the markets, which is happening. And then USD JPY, I wanted to have a currency pair to trade, and I found that USD JPY it just makes a bit more sense to me, easier. The movements are there, spreads are low as well. So yeah. So now I got my day high identified, and then I know my day low is the same as the previous week low. So now I'm gonna go to the 4 hour, and I want to see um so I'm gonna see if it's gonna continue to sell or push back up into a buy. So this was a high, and then this was a low. This is where it looks like prices turned around it somewhat. All right. So here we go. So I see, ooh, okay, so the supply zone is gonna be really close up here. So we're gonna have a bunch of lines. That's one thing I don't like when I do this. And sometimes the lines kind of like are real close and they almost overlap. It just drives me. But I'm like, ugh, okay, I guess I just do it. If it was another way for me to do it, to still know that this is a supply zone, I would, but I don't wanna have a whole bunch of boxes on my screen either, so it's like, what you gonna do? You either gonna do the lines or the boxes. What you gonna do, Leona? Okay, so I have my supply zone identified. That's these red dashed lines in between there. So my day high and my month high are in that area. And then I'm gonna identify my golden zone, which is the 50% and the 61.8%. All right. And this is where price could potentially retrace again and push back down. So like you see here, price is here, but it could come up here and then just bust back down. All right. And I can remove this now. And I'm gonna get my line to identify where we are. And oh, I forgot. Oh, okay, so it's not an imbalance here, but the imbalance is here. This is a huge oh my gosh, this is a huge one. I don't think I'm gonna use this 50 because if SPS 500 was to buy again, this is a very large imbalance. This would need to be filled from here to here. Like that's a large gap. So I'm gonna delete this so I don't have two things on top of each other and confuse myself. Let me change it to the color that I know for imbalances. And then this was Friday, 21 February. 4 hour. All right, that's better. So now I know, like this is a large gap that needs to be filled. So if SPS 500 does buy, we should be looking for it to fill this imbalance. Okay. Um, so again, for me, just as a reminder, y'all, I'm using the EMA, and I trade on a one hour as a day trader. So I will need to see that the candlesticks are above this EMA. Okay, that's the only way I could trade it. If not, there's nothing for me to do. So I can say, okay, yeah, if price breaks and close above here, but keep in mind that you need to have the EMA below the candlesticks as well. Okay. So actually, this would be better because it's a bit of resistance. I know we could do this, but this would be better for resistance. Let me see. If I do this line, let's see what it look like. Let's see if there's anything to the left that says, yeah, it needs to be this one instead. Support. There's a lot of activity on this line. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a stronger one for break and close, above for buy. But again, EMA must be below, underneath. I say underneath. There. This is the only way we're going to buy. Okay? Only way we're going to buy is if the candlesticks are underneath. I mean, if the candlesticks are above that EMA. I'm probably going to need to change this tick. 1 second. I'll do one down, and then that way it should. Nope, it didn't do it. Hmm. Oh, I didn't do it. Huh. Okay. 10. Let's see. Okay. It's small, y'all, but you should still be able to see it. Okay. So I want to see price break and close above this. And again, I need the candlesticks to be above the EMA. Okay. I cannot, in good conscience, take the trade if, yeah, break and close below here, but the candlesticks are still below it. There's potential for a sale. Okay. So this could actually be resistance, and price could actually push back down and continue to sell and not feel this imbalance until later. Okay. So this is why I wanted the EMA to be underneath the candles. Okay. And I have a break and close above here. It would be nice to have a retest, but again, break and close only. You're conservative. I mean, you're aggressive in taking your position. Break, close, and retest. You're more conservative in taking your position in market. Okay, that's it. That's all. No big deal. All right. So for a sale, though, I'm going to use this previous week high. Break, close, retest below for sale, because that means we had a sale continuing. Money. Um, uh, ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. This is another one that was filled though. That was a big imbalance there. Okay, so I need to change this to green. Oh, wait a minute. So this one is another imbalance too that wasn't filled. Right here, this buy was not filled. Oh no, it was. It was disregard. I see it right there. This candle filled it. Okay. Never mind. So I have one. This one, two, hold on. 1 second. I'm just trying to find this one, two. It's kind of close here. Um, mm, 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 mm. I think this better. That's better. And then, because this is support and resistance. And let's see how these look on this side. Yep. So it's resistance, resistance. Yep. Okay. So that's at least 3 profit areas. I'm not about to do a whole bunch. Because I would have to go back further, looks like, to find another one. So we'll do this here, break and close below here. All right, cool. So now we got take profit 1, 2, and 3 for sale. 1 for sale. Oops, I gotta make it back to 20. Okay. And 3. You can pretty much find, oops, you can find another one in between 3 and that previous week low there, okay, and identify you another profit area. I'm only going to do these 3 for now, but I do anticipate if the sale continues for SPS 500, I definitely would be looking at this as my bottom, okay, for the time being. Okay, so there we go. So now we have this break and close above. Now we just need to find areas for a buy. take profit. Okay, that's a good one right there because there's a lot going on. And here, yep. So it was resistance over here and then turn it to support. Um, okay, I see it. All right. Okay, so now we got all the profit areas here. That's for the buy. And you can also use those supply zones. You can use those as profit areas as well. That's only if the buy really, you know, is strong. If it's a really strong buy momentum, then you can use those as well. Okay. But at a bare minimum, I could definitely see only if, you know, the sellers don't stay in control, I could see this imbalance being filled. It may not be today. It may not even be this week. It just depends on the frequency in which the market actually fills those imbalances. Okay. So here we go. Screenshot. Now you have SPX 500. Okay. Okay. So we went over USD JPY, we went over gold and also SPX 500. If you have any questions, by all means, this is the time to type it in the chat because we're about to wrap this up. I definitely want to say thank you so very much for tuning in. I definitely want to say thank you so very much for tuning in, whether you watch live or the replay. Thank you so very much for every single person that is sharing these live streams or the replay, right? Thank you so very much for sharing. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and supporting this YouTube channel because that means I'm going to be able to continue to do what I'm doing by giving you guys free information, free value, and helping you to go out here and dominating these markets. All right. And hit that notification bell for those of you that have not done so yet. All right. So we talked about a lot today. I gave you 3 things to look at this week: USD JPY, SPX 500, NAS. NAS is on my mind. I'm gonna actually go mark it up later. And gold. Okay. Like I said, I was in a Bitcoin trade. I don't know if I'm still in it or not because I haven't looked at the chart since being on here. But if you want to see Bitcoin like every single week, I need y'all to sound off. Okay. If you're like, nope, we're good on that, keep doing what you're doing, flip flop between Bitcoin and SPX 500 each week, then I run that. I'm thinking I might have to switch the days, y'all, to Tuesday because Mondays have been really hectic for me. Doing this like Monday evening, I have programs that I'm a part of that I'm paying for that I can't do it Monday nights, and then now even Monday afternoons are like, so I might need to switch it to Tuesday, and it may be Tuesday evening. So I'll keep y'all posted on that. But before we wrap this up, friendly reminder to everyone watching live, replay, if someone sent this to you and you're curious as to how I trade, Leona, how do you find those profit areas, right? Um, you may have a question about demo accounts or just broker accounts in general. You don't even know what a demo account is. Like you don't know how to place a trade. All of those things are shared in this Day Trader 101. So you get the basics, like the common terminology that you need to know, how to apply it in the market, but you also get my steps as to what I'm looking for in the market to tell me to even enter a trade. Okay. And it's a 6-step trading system that I use. And this is what you're going to get with the Day Trading 101. So for the remainder of this month, y'all have the remainder of this week to take advantage of it. Once this sale is over, y'all, I promise you, I'm probably not going to do another sale. Maybe Black Friday, but I just don't see me doing another sale because of the type of information everybody gets and the amount of money you can make. Like you can easily make this 200 that you have. You can easily make that back. Easily make that back. But there's some things that you have to do. I talk about trading psychology too, because it's not just the strategy that's going to help you make the money. It's the way that you view the markets, how you view money. Like there's a lot that goes into it. How are you good are you good at managing your emotions? So if you're a super emotional person and you get frustrated very easily, trading is definitely going to expose that to you. If you are a person that lacks discipline, trading is going to expose that to you. You may think that you're disciplined like I did in the beginning. I thought, oh yeah, I'm super disciplined because I was in the army and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, this is gonna be too easy. And I'm smart. I'm good at math. All these things that have nothing to do with trading. I honestly was naming those things. It exposed that I'm not as disciplined, or at that time I wasn't as disciplined as I thought I was. I wasn't as patient as I thought I was. Listen, I was more fearful, honestly, than I thought I was about losing money. You know what I'm saying? Because I consider myself to be a risk taker and not afraid to lose money. But back then, I found out I wasn't as, risky as I thought I was, because losing $10, I was like, on a trade. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine you go from losing 10 on a trade to 500 and 1,000. You know what I'm saying? But you grow to that. You're able to grow to that the more that you trade, and you building up that muscle in the market. And of course, your account balance continues to grow. You can lose more, but still end the week in profit. These are the things that are talked about in the Day Trading 101. So if you have never ever taking a course, if you want to, then by all means, jump on this while the sale is going on. And of course, there's going to be information in there where if you have a question, you can always reach out. Okay, you can send an email and get an answer. All right. So that's it on that. Share, share, share. I want to see you in Day Trading 101. I look forward to seeing you in Day Trading 101. Okay. So I need to change this, y'all. I will be back next month, because some stuff has changed with my appointments and all of this stuff, and I thought I was going to be able to take a break, but I got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm going to wait on the break. I'm going to wait on taking a break, so I'll be back next month. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. If you're part of the email list for Prosperity Calls, then you'll get notified in advance. I may be moving to Tuesdays starting next month. I may be moving to Tuesday starting this month, but again, y'all just be on the lookout, okay? If it's not Tuesday, then it'll stay Monday at 1 p.m. on March 3rd, okay? If not, you'll get a notification in advance, part of the email list. You get a notification in advance saying, hey, it's going to be Tuesday, and more than likely it'll be like Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, something like that, okay? Because I want to make sure that I'm catching people when they're getting off work, but also when the market is opening back up, right? So that way we can prepare for those different sessions. So that's it. I hope this helps somebody. If it did, share, like, give the thumbs up on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and also press that notification bell. And I will see y'all next week for another live market analysis. Go get your bag.